Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Todd and Erin Daily Stream.
I'd just like to point out it's mid-June and I'm wearing a sweater. But on the bright side, at least we're outside.
We are outside. And speaking of that, we actually adventured out, I think it was the first weekend of Wheeler Farm.
Almost all the farmers markets open this week, yeah.
And it opens, and it runs on Sunday instead. And so we went there, and not only did we find the delicious food and crafts that we expected, but also the people who bring all their weird creatures out.
All the pets, including the scary ones.
Say hi to the snake.
Yes, you do.
All right, so this is hi, Riley.
Hi.
How are you? So we're at Wheeler Farm. It's a beautiful Sunday, and you happen to be holding something that I have never, ever seen before. And can you tell me what you're holding?
So I am holding a leucistic ball python.
A ball python. Now, I've never seen the color before. Why?
Because I believe that leucistics are rare, and so she's not an albino, but she looks kind of like one. But
Because her eyes would be pink, right?
yeah, but she has deep blue eyes. Can't really see.
Are all these species this color?
No.
No.
This is just a morph in the coloration.
Can you bring her over here so I can see her a little better? Yeah, just like
See her
that.
little puppy face?
Come here. There we go. No, you can't go that way.
Is it?
No, don't
So
go
yeah,
that
they
way.
breed specific morphs to get this color. When she's full grown, her scales will be white.
Now, how large will she be?
She'll probably be 4 to 6 feet. Yeah.
And at this point, what is she eating? Do we know?
Mice.
Really tiny mice?
Yeah.
Little frozen mice with vitamins stuck in them? That's what we used to do with the birds.
She actually doesn't really like eating. She makes friends with the mice.
Really?
Yes.
Which is a problem.
Yes.
So in my instance, no one would come to my house for dinner. And how old?
She is 6 months.
6 months old. And where are they naturally? Where do they come from?
That is an excellent question.
I'm going to say
I'm pretty
over
sure.
there.
Over there. That's it. I like that. Well, because they live in termite mounds in Africa.
Ooh. Well,
And
thanks.
also in the trees.
Well, thanks so much for the help today.
Yeah, of course.
That's very cool.
Her name's Neptune.
Yeah.
The name is what?
Her name is Neptune.
Neptune, because
It's pretty.
Because it's
She's
a pretty name.
She's pretty. The name's
All
pretty.
right. All right. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, of course.
The Todd and Erin Daily Stream is brought to you by PC Laptops, with desktops and laptops starting as low as $7.99 with a lifetime parts and service warranty. They fix phones too. Go to PCLaptops.com.
How's your summer cold coming?
We would like to thank Zoe and her classmates for the cold that we're both now enjoying.
If we could get our hands on them, they'd be grounded for life.
There's no one to blame. Children are tiny petri dishes of death. They are here to spread pathogens to other people with their little smeary hands, and God only knows how many kids we hugged at the festival last week. So really, we brought this on ourselves.
I'm blaming her.
I don't think it was her fault. Are you really ready for a Tell Me Something Good that is awesome?
Please do.
Because I think we all need this. This is local, which is what I thought was amazing. Man and a woman, they're 2 grandkids. They had a freak accident in Logan Canyon. Now, here's where it gets really scary. They went off the road. You all know Logan Canyon. It's super tiny roads, and it's super scary, and it's super steep. Now, a couple of people passing by managed to see the accident. One of them was Chris Merkley. He was home after a day's work, and he'd been just raining like crazy. And as he rounded the corner, he could see the vehicle overturned in the water. He went, crap.
Not good.
So he and his coworkers jumped out, and they're wading into the water. The woman had already gotten out, but the boy in the back seat was trapped by his belt. The water coming up. Everything you see like in a horror movie that you would picture.
And the water's freezing.
Yeah, and he grabbed his knife and cut through it, freed the boy. And then the poor woman was still screaming, no, my husband's still under here, and our granddaughter.
What?
So this isn't like the most terrifying moment of your entire life. Merkley realized he was getting hit by something from behind. He thought, oh, it's like maybe a log or something. He looked down, and it was the woman's husband floating in the water, unconscious.
Right.
So he managed to haul his body up on shore.
Now we're missing one more.
And he went, crap, I think he's dead. Just then, Ann Jensen, his next-door neighbor, pulls over, and she happens to be medical professional and instantly starts CPR on the man.
All right. Now we got one left.
She's doing compressions, he's breathing, and meanwhile, Merkley's run back down. I can't even imagine how cold the water is with the runoff.
Doesn't matter.
How would your legs even work?
You're not thinking.
He's searching for this little girl, and then he spotted, way down, small face sticking up in the water, heard her scream.
Get her.
She was still trapped by her seatbelt too, but to the car seat. So he managed to cut her free and bring her in. So
He had a knife.
all 4 of them survived. All 4 of them are apparently in good condition after being treated and released to the hospital.
Miracle.
But if this group of people had not shown up with that group of skills, you know,
And a knife.
yeah, like knives. I mean, traditionally, most of us don't carry knives. It was just this amazing confluence of events.
Oh my God.
Tell me that's not cool.
That's amazing.
That makes me very proud of all of you.
Camping is now over.
Are you being a little dramatic?
We're canceling Christmas. Mirror Lake Highway. Okay, so the reason I say this is because Mirror Lake Highway is the avenue for so many outings and so many campsites.
I didn't realize you could go straight through to Evanston from there.
Not Evanston, but Wyoming.
Wyoming, yeah.
And you can go through, and you can drive for like forever. And there's these forests on either side that these dirt roads take off to. And so many people have so many memories up there. And right now, they're all under this much snow.
How did that happen?
See there?
Isn't it supposed to melt at some point?
No, it will, but it's not going to right now. $31 million to plow it because it's longer than you think.
And the trouble is that stops at the snow gates. That's not even.
It's not just a Mirror Lake. And there's places where it's bare, but then you've got like 15-foot drifts in the way. And so they have the big blower trucks that are going up and moving all the snow. And they're starting June 17th.
Oh. I get the feeling we're not camping at Mirror Lake Highway this year.
And they're hoping to get done somewhere mid-July.
Okay, I'm guessing we're not getting...
Mid-July.
Yeah,
now,
we're not...
That's just the road. That's not the roads going into your campgrounds. I'm just so sad. That's going to put a huge amount of pressure on the other camping areas. But it's just, I know we should be happy for the water.
I'm not that happy anymore. We got enough.
I think we've had enough.
That's so sad. No, but that's a big thing for us.
$31 million a year.
Okay, now I'm confused. I already thought there was a Ghostbusters 3.
There
now, I'm
is
not
a
talking about the
Ghostbusters
all-women's
3.
cast,
No.
which, by the way, was awesome.
It was awesome.
But the original cast, I thought they did a second sequel, a
no,
3.
No.
Apparently not.
Ghostbusters 1, Ghostbusters 2.
Well, Sigourney Weaver just announced she's officially on board for Ghostbusters 3.
But are they skipping the woman one?
They're skipping the woman.
Wait.
No, they all did cameos in the women's one.
There was 1. There was 2. There was 3 because she was in it as a cameo.
Are you trying to do this as a conspiracy?
Number 4. This would be number 4.
Yeah, when she goes, safeguards are for dudes.
That's right.
I love that show so much.
And she looked through her glasses like this.
Did you know she's 70?
I had no idea. That's just unfair.
That's unbelievable. She's shooting Ghostbusters 3. She's also shooting the Avatar sequel. Apparently, they've started that.
Oh, no, wait, no.
And that's going to be down in New Zealand.
Shush. She died in Avatar.
Yeah, but there's a new character that's coming in. Come on, it's science fiction. You can clone anything.
Wait a minute.
They're all blue. It's not like she can be somebody else.
So let me get this just straight in your nerd world. She was so good as an Avatar.
She's very compelling.
Well, I love her. And then she dies, but yet she's so good. We're going to bring her back as a unrecognizable second
Are you remembering how many
characters.
alien movies that she went through, including like where everything crashed and stuff?
But she
and
survived
she was
them
still
all.
Fine.
She wasn't dead.
Well, nonetheless, she's back.
Okay.
So Ghostbusters 3, this is very funny. Dan Aykroyd was like sworn to secrecy. So he immediately started talking about it.
He has
Jason
to.
Reitman's the director. He directed the first 2. And he's like, yeah, son wrote this incredible script. We're totally excited. And they're all like, oh, God, he's talking again. Bill Murray's already doing it. And I thought this is cool. They said Ernie Hudson's one of the 3 caretakers of this movie.
Right.
And, obviously, Harold Ramis is gone. And then they were, like, speculating, I wonder if Rick Moranis will surface for this. He hasn't worked for a while. I'm sure he's pretty happy to show up.
Don't be nice.
I don't mean it in a mean way. I'm just saying
Be nice.
it's a great paycheck. I'm sure he's super happy.
I'm about to make you feel bad. Are you
so
ready?
anyway, they're beginning filming next month in Calgary, Canada, and then they should have it out in theaters by October. Ghostbusters 3.
I'm not doing this on
Safeguards are
purpose.
for dudes.
Not gonna do this on purpose to hurt your feelings.
All right.
What's the guy's name? Rick?
Rick Moranis.
Uh-huh.
I love Rick Moranis.
He left Hollywood to take care of his kids. And that's what he's been doing for the past 20 years.
Are you... Honey, I Shrunk the Kids was filmed earlier than that. It's like
He
10,
was a
12.
single parent, and he stayed home and took care of his kids.
He lost his wife?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to go to hell, aren't I? I am so going to hell right now.
I have so much respect.
I'm going to hell.
If you live in Las Vegas, look out. There's a free gift on your doorstep.
Really? Like from the casinos?
You know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, except for if it's a plane door.
Let
me
Would this have
explain
been a
that.
plane door that it was on a plane that was actually aloft at the time?
A door
Failed from the plane.
off a plane. And they found it in an apartment complex.
That's not scary at all.
Now, nearby, there is an Air Force Base.
Nellis Air Force? Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
Nellis. And they said, that's ours. And so they came and they put tape around it. And then,
Yeah, and meanwhile, all the neighbors are like, we've got pictures. Cell phone. This is awesome.
and they took off. Now, I'm reading.
That's awkward.
I read the article, and there was some car damage, and it did graze off the roof of a house.
That's a little scary.
So,
Because I would think that the velocity of that thing landing, that would be
Right.
like a tank.
and it is one of those big curved doors.
Super heavy.
Yeah. And so,
That popped right off and flew down.
but I'm sure State Farm has seen that, and they knew what to do.
Sure, they had a claim thing ready to process.
There is no mention about the plane.
I am somewhat curious about that, and I know that Air Force does keep things
military.
close to their chest, but you would wonder perhaps what had happened with said plane that
I
would
know.
initiate.
And they were talking about a group of flights that were going over, and there was also a Thunderbird demonstration going on. And
I
there
hope
was,
it wasn't one of
It
those.
wasn't, because this door is huge and they don't have huge doors. But it was just kind of like, oh yeah, someone landed without a door.
The FAA says, we're investigating.
Where's your door? We thought it was a little drafty in here. We were hot.
Yeah, and the neighbors are like, there's 2 elementary schools right here.
How-
it couldn't. And they're like, we're investigating.
How do you lose a door? I don't
Without
know.
not coming up as an issue of concern.
Harmon's.
I am impressed by this.
I am interested by this,
Okay, here's 2 things. Number 1,
because this came out about a week
yeah,
ago.
this is talking about Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola in the retail world, would you ever imagine pissing them off? Would you ever imagine going up toe-to-toe against Coca-Cola because you know you would be killed horribly in every possible way?
Right.
Harmon's said they just removed all their Fairlife products from their stores. Now, Fairlife is one of
Owned
the
by-
Coca-Cola subsidiaries, right?
Right.
And this is the thing where I find their names even exceptionally grosser. Fairlife, because it's like cruelty-free, animal-friendly milk and eggs.
not.
And, cage-free eggs.
They've done bad things.
And anti-cruelty.
And they got caught.
And they have a place called Fair Oaks Farms, and they say really it's like the Disneyland of agricultural tourism. Food and
isn't.
Wine magazine called them that. Well,
It isn't.
a group of animal rights activists just released video that I'm not even going to describe it because it upsets me, but it was
Horrible.
really cruel, horrible, mean, cruel things.
Di-
And so Harmon's, God bless them, did the right thing. They said, we're not going to carry any of your crap until you fix this because this is inexcusable. And so I'm thinking, you're going up against Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola products are still there, but
Right.
anytime you piss off Coca-Cola, I would think that's pretty brave. So I am saying to you 2 guys, congratulations. The brothers are very brave. And I will totally shop
Good
them
job.
in support.
This is about time, and I'm sure other people are doing this, and they should have been. When we dealt with a lot of 20-somethings over the last
Millennials. For the last 10,
15
yeah.
years, working with our kids with autism. No clue.
No, but they were brilliant young women and men, and they
they were
great
beautiful,
college and ambitious
wonderful,
and beautiful,
smart.
amazing kids.
Yeah, couldn't start a dishwasher without putting hand soap in it and flooding and ruining the kitchen floor. I had no idea about laundry. Not that that was their job, but they tried to help sometimes, and they shouldn't
Or
have.
if they cooked, they didn't realize you don't put butter in a pan to cook bacon. That was that one. That one was good.
That's probably my favorite is the bacon one.
Anyway, there's a lot of mishaps that happened along the years where it made it painfully clear that they really had not known a lot about laundry or making beds or
Fern
paying
Creek,
bills or...
they had no clue about adulting, how to adult. They had no idea.
And that's scary.
Why weren't they taught this? The bacon and the butter thing. I still remember. It didn't have
Well, you know
enough
what? They
fat.
actually did this at my high school. And I loved this teacher. She was amazing. She was the one who suggested it. It was actually called parenting, but she started literally as growing up, courtship, dating, marriage, talked about how you set up finances together, how you set towards goals towards children, talked about safe sex, which was kind of unusual in a Salt Lake City high school at the time.
Right.
She was amazing. But the thing is, everyone should have this information.
I took shop, and right about that time is when guys started taking, what did they call
Was
it?
it cooking or something?
Yeah, cooking something.
Homemaking?
Homemade.
Homemade.
And you would go in, you'd learn how to boil water and make toast and not cook everything on high.
I'm in a hurry. There's nothing wrong.
That's why all my pans are warped. So anyway, the point being, and I read this article, it gave me so much hope. And I was talking about washing and cooking food and stuff. And then I read that it was only for 3 days.
Oh. You know what? That really was one of the most valuable courses I had in high school. I really thought it was amazing. And the thing is that, and this is no criticism. It's not, I don't think it comes from you being stupid, or I'm not even sure maybe that your parents are particularly faulty, but it's something that the group has not grown up with. And just watching all of these young men and women. Yeah.
They were involved in the household.
Because a lot of the parents would say, I'll do this stuff. You focus on your studies. I want you to get into college and stuff. But in the end, if you don't know how to cook or care for yourself.
And a lot of times it's so much faster just to do it yourself. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times you're just lazy and you're like, I'll just do it and just get it over with.
It's easier than dragging the child.
But only 3 days. I think it should be like, did you do shop or anything like that? I made fire tongs and a metal box.
What do you do?
And the fires, you tong logs and you put them in a fireplace.
With your tongs.
Big tongs. Anyway, I just remember it. And remember, I made a screwdriver and a metal box and a lamp.
I would kind of enjoy that because I'd feel totally butch. That would be fun.
And I wish I had learned to cook back then because it would have helped me from almost starving when I was in college. All right. So, anyway, thanks for joining us today. And this is the Todd and Erin Daily Stream. Anything else you want to say?
No, we're good for now.
We're good for now.
We have more Father's Day gifts coming up tomorrow, by the way. Do remember Father's Day is Sunday. And it would be a good time to suck up to them in case you're out of the will again.
Go ahead. Get the parade ready. Mm-hmm. Okay.